So here I have a spreadsheet model of a car that starts at $26,000. So year zero, right before I get it, it's worth $26,000. I drive it home and it's not worth $26,000 anymore. And over a year, if the car loses 15% of the year, the next year it's going to be worth $21,100. And then I just kept applying that depreciation down here, and I'll show you how I did that in a second. And you can see the car's value is just dropping over time, and it's not a straight line drop, right? It's got this curve. It's that hockey stick kind of shape we looked at way back, that exponential shape. So the way I made this calculation, let's just delete some stuff here, start over. I just started by typing, let's get rid of the chart too. I just typed years, car value, start with year zero, it's worth 26,000. And then what's going to happen in year one? We'll do that in year two. And the key here is my depreciation rate. So we are losing 15% per year. So just a little note there, losing 15% per year. So we start with 100% and we lose 15%. So that's where that one minus idea I mentioned earlier comes from. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that value up there. So I'm going to start up with equals, click on its value, and I'm going to multiply by parentheses 1, that's 100% for the starting value, minus the decimal version of 15%, 0.15. So again, I'm saying take that 1 minus 0.15, that's my loss right there. That's that 85%. Multiply it by B2. So neater is just say, hey, if we lost 15%, that means we keep 85%. So 0.85 is a decimal. So I'm just going to take the number above, multiply by 85%. That's my new number. Google says, hey, can I fill down for you? Not right now. What happens in the second year? Well, second year is pretty much the same thing. I'm going to take my previous value equals multiply by 85%. I lose 15% every year. That means I keep 85%. Oops, decimal matters. I keep 85%. So that's going to be the next year. And I'm just going to keep repeating that over and over and over again. So I'm going to take that last formula and I can just fill it down for as long as I want. So maybe I'll go down 20 years. Now to fill a formula like that, I only fill that single cell. So let me repeat that. We've done this before. I have a formula in this cell I want to repeat, say that one. And I just grab that right corner and drag it down for a ways. If I want to repeat the 0, 1, 2, I got to highlight 2 of those to repeat because those aren't formulas, they're just numbers. And if I do that, it'll go 1, 2, 3, and so on. And I only have 19 years because I started at year 0. So we'll just extend that once, extend this once. So I can see 20 years later, the car is only going to be worth $1,000. And the weird thing about exponential depreciation is it's kind of never worth 0 because we always keep 85%. But eventually we're just going to round to 0. So that'll happen someday. And to get a graph of those, I just highlight all those numbers. And I want to see what that looks like over time. And Google says, would you like a line chart? Sure. And so again, here I can see it's not a straight line. It's this curve going down. And Google just connected the dots between those points for me. Okay, so I just applied the idea of losing 85% per year. If we apply that compound interest formula, we could actually use T as a variable. So my year column is a variable. So how would I enter the equation that way? So to do it that way, I'm just going to start over here, delete everything. No data, I know. So I can just put the formula right in the first cell here, equals, and I'm going to type it almost like I had in my notes, 26,000 times, and I reduced it down to 0.85. To get a power, we do Shift 6 to get that little caret there. And then I just tell it where to get the power. I don't put a T there because the computer's not going to understand T or X. It says it needs to know where that number is, and the number's right next to me here. And then I can fill down. And it's going to give me the same exact values I had before, just a slightly different way to enter that calculation in there. And we're going to use this process to analyze some other problems later. Spreadsheet can be pretty helpful in doing so.